Welcome to Ball Talk Deep, where we talk deep about ball. It's Andrade and Irwin back at it again. You guys know the drill. We're doing the NBA team profile series. We go through every single team in the NBA before the NBA season debuts, talking about their floor and their ceiling, in our opinion, for them this specific season. We already did the bottom five in the West, the bottom five in the East, and every team after that got their own individual teams. Y'all can check that out on our channel. And today we're going to hop over to the Western Conference to talk about Dame Time and CJ with the Portland Trailblazers.
Yeah, man. Hey, look, Portland has been an interesting team for a while. They arguably got one of the best duels in the NBA with CJ and Dame Time. Yeah. You already know.
One of the longest duels, too.
They had a pretty active offseason, so it makes them even more interesting.
True. So, they got to keep a couple key pieces.
Yes, sir.
Melo.
They got Melo back. But, hey, man, what do you think about them?
Who do you think is the real Melo, though? LaMelo or Carmelo?
Come on, man. Is that even a serious question, man? You're going with Carmelo, man.
I know. Jeez, just fuck with you. It was crazy, though. It's an actual conversation. I, in my opinion, though, like, honestly, it depends who ends up having the longest, most prospering career. Like, if LaMelo ends up having the more prospering career, you'd be surprised, and then he'll be known as Melo. It's like Ronaldo and Cristiano Ronaldo. There was Ronaldo, the Brazilian star. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking
about. And then Cristiano Ronaldo, and then everybody was like, oh, he's taking Ronaldo's name. But now when you hear Ronaldo, who do you usually think of?
Cristiano.
And he kind of ended up surpassing Ronaldo's legacy, which was already pretty fucking big to begin with. So that's what I'm thinking with Carmelo.
LaMelo's got a long way to go.
No, he do.
Because Carmelo is a first ballot Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he is.
First
he is.
Hall of Famer.
God, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a Carmelo hater, but I've never been a big fan of him, to be honest.
Anyways, guys, let's hop on to it, man. What do you think about the Trailblazers?
Bro, the Blazers, they're like a weird team for me because like the Rockets and Sixers over the past few years, they're one of those high talented, high ranked teams that are stuck. And by stuck, I mean like they've never been able to get over the hump. And honestly, if I were Dame, I would have left Portland by now, probably for another contending organization, probably in the East, to win a chip before the rest of my peak years are gone. He's now 30. But Dame does seem to be adamant about staying with the Blazers his whole career, bringing a chip there. And it's kind of crazy because in today's fast-changing NBA, the Blazers probably have the longest standing duo in the entire league. And one, I am a big believer in if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And two, team chemistry development. But these two haven't reached the finals in 7 years now. Okay, like Dame got drafted in 2012, CJ in 13, and it's like they have not reached the finals yet. So it's not like it ain't broke, don't fit. Like there's things to fix, obviously. And I don't know how much better their chemistry can get. At least for the rest of the team, there can still be some development because for this year at least they'll have Yusuf Nurkic all season, which is that's a little different. They can get to actually be able to refine their chemistry in the regular season and then get it peaking for post, so that'll be a huge help. They added Robert Covington, Derrick Jones Jr., and it's Cantor.
That's one that's like an underrated addition that I think
Which one?
Cantor?
Yeah, you feel me? I'm a fan of Cantor, and I agree. All of those are good additions in my opinion. And then along they kept Carmelo Anthony and Ronnie Hood. So that's always good. Covington's going to give them some defense. I mean, good defense, and then some offense.
I mean, shit, man. They ranked last.
Yeah.
I mean,
and he's not going to bring him up, tremendously, but it's going to be a noticeable / maybe significant difference, especially if you can get everyone else to like elevate everyone else. And Jones Jr., don't sleep on him. He's a slam dunk champion, a.k.a. a physical player who can shine as a role player on defense and offense. We saw it with the Heat, especially defense, and then he'll be able to drop a few points here and there. And then Cantor steps off during playoffs, and that's what I like about Cantor. Like, I think people sleep on Cantor. No, he's not one of the best bigs in the NBA, but low key he's one of the best role playing bigs in the NBA, especially in the second unit. And then during playoff moments, you put him either not starting, but in the final crunch moments, he shows up. He has moments where he shows up. That's when I became a fan of him in 2019 when he was under Blazers. So I'm glad that he returned. He's obviously going to mesh well with this group, especially if they decided to bring him back. So he's going to be a solid, good backup big for them. And with all that said, I capped their seeding, bro, at 3rd to 4th seed.
Okay.
And then their floor, I'm gonna put around 5th to 6th seed with a first round exit. And then if they're 3rd to 4th, I would put their ceiling Western Conference Finals appearance. Although, my opinion, I think they're gonna have probably a 2nd round exit. But if Damon McCollum can't push the Blazers to a finals in the next 2 years, so meaning this season or next season, at that point, I don't think they have any other options. I would seriously consider finally hitting that eject button with the amount of budding young stars in the West, because there's a lot of them, let's be honest.
Yeah, look, man, they made some they definitely helped out their surrounding, the surrounding supporting cast.
Yeah.
Around, but at the end of the day, it's going to be what Dame Time and CJ do as a duo. And the concerning thing for me about them is that they don't have too much depth when it comes to their backcourt. Their front court, they made some additions and they have depth right there. Their backcourt, you're pretty much relying on an injured Ronnie Hood coming from injury, a very serious injury, and a 21-year-old Anthony Simmons. Not sure if I'm pronouncing it right or not.
Hey, man, it is what it is.
And look, man, it's a condensed season, 72 games, and if the Blazers hope to make any significant noise, because when it comes to them, it's the playoffs, is how fresh Dame and CJ is.
Yeah.
If they manage to keep it fresh, they're able to stay away from the injury bug compared to last year. You're completely right, man. I don't see any reason why not. They can make it to the Western Conference Finals. It's not going to be easy.
They've had the longest standing duo, so they should have the best chemistry between their star players.
Yeah, seeding is going to play a factor to it because of matchups.
Yeah, facts.
Maybe not necessarily home court because fans are not really going to be allowed to the fans. We'll see what plays out with
and that'll be later on, so who knows, maybe by summer of 2021 there'll be more leniency depending how the states handles the pandemic.
Yeah, exactly with that. But yeah, look, man, I agree. If this duo, this team cannot at least make it to the finals, these guys are already at their 30s.
Yeah.
They're not getting any younger. The conversation is going to start being, is Dame Time over?
Ooh.
Nah,
yeah, the pressure's going to be starting up. That's why, props to him for wanting to stay there, bro. At this point of he's not pulling the hardest, so I give him mad respect. And shout out to Portland. They've been trying for him. Although I feel like they could have tried a little harder over the past few years. I don't know. Try to push some bigger signings. I get it. It's Portland. It's not the top destination or one of the top, but it's not one of the worst either. Like, I'm sure you could probably get star players to sign to Portland more than you can get them to sign to Milwaukee. You know what I mean? It's Portland we're talking about. They got the Nike headquarters. They got a lot of stuff.
It's still a small market team. Let's be realistic. It's not gonna be like
but it's on the West Coast. It's chilling. It's nice. It's got a great vibe.
It's chilling, man. But it's not LA. It's not Miami. It's not New York.
Yeah. But I'm comparing. It's not Milwaukee. It's not Indiana.
It's better.
It's not it's not OKC.
It's not OKC. Fuck out of here, man. The only thing OKC has is freaking.
But that's what I'm saying. It's better than a lot of other teams as well.
OKC only has tumbleweeds and tornadoes. Ooh.
I don't know. I haven't been there. Wow. I ain't gonna talk shit about OK like that.
Anyways, guys, hey, let us know what you think in the comments.
Yeah. Wait. I do want to say though, imagine if they get a 2nd round exit, because if they in the 3rd or 4th seed, that means they will battle someone in the lower seeds, which will probably be one of the younger teams, like either a Pelicans or even a Mavericks or something. If Dame and CJ lose to a pair of younger stars, but that's really gonna bring that conversation over to like, yo, it's this era may be time to close the chapter.
The only way I say that they play the Mavericks would be if
no, I know. Not specific. I'm just talking about young stars, like one of those.
I say
teams.
like 4 or 5 matchup.
Mm-hmm.
If it was like the Mavericks, but if they're like a 3 or 4, shit, they got eliminated by like Zion, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like any team with a younger star, a jaw would great. Like there's a bunch of West teams that are probably gonna make it into the playoffs.
The thing this year, man. Okay, look, they're a very good team, but it's like being at they have the bad luck of being in the Western Conference.
That's true, man. If Dame was in the East, he would at least have one finals appearance, in my opinion. One final, not a championship, but at least a finals appearance, in my opinion.
But hey, man, we'll see what happens, guys. Hey, you guys let us know. We appreciate the love and the hate. You guys can catch us on TikTok, Twitter, Insta, on Ball Talk Deep, where we talk deep about ball. We'll catch you guys soon, but for now, later.
Take care.